Wait here. A short, scary story. Sophia, dear, I need to run to the store. Can you come with me, please? Sally said to her daughter. Rolling her eyes, Sophia got up. Turning off her phone, she followed her mom out to the car. On their way to the store, Sophia didn't say much, only looking down at her phone, pretending to listen to her mom's stories, sprinkling in some cools and that's nices in there so that her mom believes she's really listening. When they finally got to the store, Sally pulled into the parking lot, which was quite full. She ended up parking at the very end, the farthest from the door. Do I have to go inside? Sally asked, slightly annoyed and confused as to why she was forced to come along. Her mother sighed. No, you don't. Sophia's face lit up when she heard she didn't have to go inside. After double-checking her list, Sally got out of the car. Through the slightly open door, Sally turned back to her daughter to tell her one more thing before heading inside the well-illuminated store. Okay, wait here, Soph. I'll be back soon. Love you. The door shut, and Sophia locked them. Almost immediately, she got on her phone, scrolling through various different social media apps. She wasn't paying much attention to her surroundings outside the car. A tapping sound on the driver's side of the car pulled Sophia out of the trance that her phone had put her in. Had her mother come back already? Quickly, she checked the time. 5 minutes had passed. That was not enough time for her mom to get in and out of all the things that they needed. She glanced around. At this moment, she realized that even though the parking lot had been packed when they arrived, it was now completely empty. Scanning the parking lot over again, she saw another vehicle on the other side of the lot. A truck. Not wanting to think about it, Sophia tried to direct her attention back to her phone, but all of her attempts were in vain. Her nerves were through the roof. She looked around for what felt like the millionth time. This, however, showed her something. The lights, all of the lights, were off. Even the ones inside the store, where her mom was. Sophia's heart was racing. Her first instinct was to call or text her mom, dad, or anyone, really. Grabbing her phone with shaky hands, she struggled to hold it still enough to type in her password. Quickly, she typed out a message to send to her mom. Clicking the little blue arrow button, she continued to look around frantically. Her phone buzzed. Message to mom failed to send, it said. Confused and a little bit more frightened, Sophia checked her internet connection. 2 words atop her screen made her freeze in fear. Tears pricked her eyes. No signal. This wouldn't have been a big deal if it was a normal day and nothing was freaking her out. But at this very moment, she needed some way to contact her mom. She looked down in defeat when something caught her eye. A shadow moved in front of the truck on the other side of the lot. The truck's light came on, but no doors opened. The engine started, but no one got in the seat to start it. No driver or passenger, but somehow the truck drove away. Now Sophia really was alone in the parking lot. She didn't know what to do. The tapping sounded again. Sophia's eyes shot up to her window, where the noise came from. A rather tall, shadowy person stood there. Its glowing yellowish eyes glared through her soul. Then, just like that, it was gone. Tears ran down her face. She couldn't control them. Wait here, wait here. Wait here, wait here, the shadow people whispered. Sophia perked up. They were all around the car, circling her. Wait here, wait here, wait here, wait here, wait here, they chanted. Sophia covered her ears, trying to block them out. She sank down on the ground of the car, her ears still covered. The shadow people were now at the windows of the car, all around her, some banging, some tapping. She screamed. Tears flooded down her face. She wished she would have just gone with her mom. All Sophia wanted right now was her mom, nothing more. The shadow people screeched, and Sophia opened her eyes to the sound of knocking. Her mom was standing at the driver's side door, 2 bags full of stuff in her hands. Gasping for breath, Sophia quickly unlocked the doors, letting her mom in. Hey, sorry it took so long. Those checkout lines were crazy. Man, you even fell asleep. Sophia looked at her mom with a smile. It's okay, Mom. I'm just happy that you're back. It was at that moment that Sally noticed her daughter's tear-stained cheeks and how she was sweating. What happened, darling? Are you okay? Sophia nodded. Yeah, I just had a nightmare, but I'll be fine. Sally looked at Sophia with a worried expression. If you say so, dear. Let's go home, okay? Sally pulled out of the well-lit and once again packed parking lot. Neither one said a word. Sophia kept her eyes out her window, debating on if she should tell her mom what her nightmare was about. When they pulled up to the stop sign, Sally pulled the car to a stop, while Sophia stared out the window. She noticed something in the shadow of a tree on the other side of the road. A shadow person, staring back at her, with glowing blue eyes. She couldn't look away. Its gaze seemed to hold her like some kind of magic spell. The traffic cleared up, and Sally drove off, unknowingly breaking the spell that the shadow person had placed on her daughter. Sophia stared down at her hands, not wanting to look out the window anymore. When they got home, Sophia and Sally put all the groceries away. Okay, Soph, it's time for bed. You have school in the morning. Good night. I love you. She kissed her daughter on the forehead and sent her off to bed. Although Sophia didn't want to go alone to bed, she was much too tired to argue. She brushed her hair and teeth, changed, then went and crawled into bed. She pulled the warm blanket over her head to help her feel safer as she drifted off to sleep. Little did she know that the shadows had followed her, chosen her, and when they chose someone, they never let them go, until that person was gone for good. First dreams, then hallucinations. By the end of it, all the person is confused or paranoid. Perfect for the shadows. They consumed the person, and they're never seen again. They stood over her bed, looking at her, red glowing eyes full of hunger. Sophia was never seen again. Once loved, now hated. Not so long ago, a young girl got a toy, a doll to be exact, with eyes that could stare into your soul. This the little girl didn't mind. She was too in love with the doll's little smile. At age 3, she got the doll. At age 4, she lost it. She searched high and low, day and night, but it was nowhere in sight. It was later found in the darkest corner of her parents' room. Its eyes seemed to shine in the darkness. That's how she found it. Now, age 11, she entered 6th grade. A wide smile on her face as she put the doll in her bag. She still carried it everywhere, too scared to part with it again. But the other kids she called friends would stare at her beloved doll in a horrific awe. Her so-called friends told their friends who told their friends who told theirs, and word was spread around the school of the girl with the creepy doll. As years passed, the worse things got, for friends is what she lost. By the time she turned to enter 8th grade, the other kids began to bully. Just get rid of the doll and grow up already, is what she heard the most. She rode home with teary eyes as she hugged her beloved doll. In high school now, still wearing a frown, the doll now left at home. On her bed it waits for her, its eyes the saddest shade of blue. The doll's position soon shifted both in the room and in the girl's heart. The eyes she once loved, she now despised. The hair she loved to braid and design now made her hate her own, an exact replica of her. No. An exact replica of her once sister is all the doll is. Her sister that died, her sister she loved. Once loved, she now despised her. Despised her for leaving, for making her face the world alone, for leaving her in this horrible place with only a doll that looked like her for company. That doll, her sister, was once loved, but now hated. Silent tears fell down the girl's cheeks. She didn't hate her. She didn't hate the doll or her sister. She hates herself. She blamed it all on the doll, on her sister, when it was her that failed to tell people why the doll meant so much to her. She brought it to school with a different approach. A doll is not what she brought into the building, but her would-have-been twin sister. You brought that thing back? Why is that thing here? The other student said with cruel intentions. She's not a thing, she's my sister, said the girl with her head up high. They didn't need to know what the doll meant, or who she was. It was the girl that did, and it was she who did.